Howdy everybody, it's Ronin Gray, and this is Ronin Versus, where I discuss a perspective that most people don't want to hear, but probably should consider. So here's a quick one. Why don't churches talk about what it should look like living in a republic as a citizen, being able to vote as a Christian, right? Where's the balance between protecting yourself and others, your responsibility to those under your care? Are we trying to make it a theocracy without a physical Jesus on the throne right now, making the calls in every way? And again, and I'm not going to go in every video and say, oh, you know what? Yes, I'm not saying Christ doesn't reign. I'm not saying God isn't in control. I'm not going to. Okay, you can either follow along or you can't. If you're one of those people who just can't think in a straight line, I wish you well. Maybe you're not going to like me because I'm not going to go and tiptoe around all these things that you start throwing on the ground, okay? Now, back, just to reiterate what I just said, because I had to kind of just explain that one time and only one time. Are we trying to make a theocracy without God? Do you really want the entire world to live as Christians if they're not? Is that what we're called to do? Or are we called to make them Christians? Are we called to be a salt to them? Are we called to make disciples and teach them? Right? Not legislate them into obeying. Politically, we got to consider sometimes there's godly values that are going to conflict, right? Within the context of a republic/democracy where, individuals versus the state giving money to meet needs, right? These are things that need to be discussed. These are things that we need to have pastors talk about. Maybe we need to not have tax-exempt status, right? So that we can discuss these things. And let me back that up a little bit. I'm saying sometimes there's godly values that should be given to the church and to the individual that does not necessarily represent government unless the government is run by a Christian. And then, are we asking, is this a theocracy? Or is it a world of fallen people? How much in the real world do we need to live? How much for the next world do we need to live? How should we expect other people to live? How much influence should we have over them in terms of forcing versus influencing? I mean, just questions I think that we just need to ask that we're not asking, okay? That's all I'm saying. And let me finish with this. Concerning tax-exempt status, you're right. I believe that churches should not be tax-exempt. I think that means you need to tighten your purse strings a little bit and do less, right? Just like in the parable of the talents, the guy who was given a small amount got in trouble because he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything at all. Okay? Not because he had little. You know what? Maybe you've actually been given less than you think you have, okay? We all need to be responsible with our money, okay? It doesn't matter if you're tax exempt or not, because you should be responsible with your finances. You should count the cost, manage your talents well. You should speak the truth, not worry about losing your tax-exempt status, right? Forget that even as a stumbling block now. If you remove the tax situation from it, you can get involved in politics. The world is going to hate you. You could speak the truth. You could point to evil and say, evil, right there. If you don't believe evil exists, what are you doing in a church? And people complain that, the moderate Muslims don't call out the violent extremists, because they silently agree with them. So let me ask you something. Why do you look the same as them? Why do you look the same as the world? Why are you hypocritical? Why aren't you known for calling out these LGTB churches? Why do you call them your brothers? Your brethren. You go and you meet with them and you eat with them. Oh, these pastors, we're trying to do something. We're trying to build something here. Let me ask you something. Does another church have female ministers? Why do you have female pastors? You see what I did there? Oh, well, they're not pastors. We call them ministers. You're trying to be sneaky. You're trying to just cover up blatant disregard for God's word, black and white word, with saran wrap. Clear saran wrap. You can see right through it, like you're going to hide it from God. They're ministers, God. They're not pastors. I promise you, these women wield authority over men. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Ronin!
Just about every minute of my day is spoken for, but I know if something is on my calendar, I can relax, and I know it's going to get done, and I can focus on my current task. Some of you, I know, just have things keep piling up, and it's hard to find a place to start attacking your ideas, goals, responsibilities. I've put together a planner for you, not some copy-pasted 5-minute job, but actually the system that I use, designed from the ground up, and I've combined it with a journal. You'll use this journal to track consistent problems and remember the good things in life whenever things get you down. Basically, to help keep your mind as organized and peaceful as your day. And if this is new to you, I have some prompts to help you get started. This is a plug-and-play outline, just fill in the blanks. Exercise tracker, budgeting tool, planner, journal, from the hands of a professional, because whatever path you choose, I want to help you on your way. On Your Way, the Planner for Success, available now on RoninGray.com.